Now I am going to continue on the lesson. So we go to review number 2. Review number 2 is about fraction fundamentals. So I start with definition of fraction. When I have fraction, it means I have one item, and the item is just a whole quantity. But that whole quantity can be divided to different parts. For example, you can see here I have, for example, like one pizza, but it's divided between 5 parts, equal parts, and here is divided between 8 parts. But still I have one item. For example, I have one class, and I say 20% of the class, or I say 1/3 of the class, means I have one class and I divide it between 3 parts. So you have one just whole quantity and you divide it between several parts, and then you use some of those parts, and then when you show those parts top divided by total number of parts bottom, so that will be a fraction. Okay, so just when I have fraction, I have one quantity which is divided between 5 parts or 8 parts or 100 parts when I talk about percentage, and then I talk about some of those parts. Maybe I say, for example, 6/5 means I have one item, I divide it between 5 parts, but then I have 6 of those parts, means I have one complete pizza, and from the second pizza I have another part, because it's 6/5. Okay, so it doesn't mean always the top must be less than bottom, no. Okay, so here if I want to make it more clear, so here if you look at this, for example, I have one pizza and I divide it between 5 parts, and then I am using 2 of those parts, 2/5. So the part used is up and the total number of parts bottom. Okay, so the top is numerator, the bottom is denominator, or I say just top and bottom, so both of them are possible that I use. The other one is just you have one pizza, you have one circle, and you divide it between 8 equal parts, and again you are using 2 of them, so you can do this, for example. You can do any of 2s, okay, so you can just shade them, okay, and just show them here. Okay, so oh perfect, yes, I have 2/8. Okay, right? Okay, so 12 test tubes out of a shipment 500 were broken. Okay, I have 500 parts, so I have just one shipment, like one shipment, but I divide it between 500 parts. Okay, so and I say 12 of them are broken. Of course the number of broken should be very small, because then it's something wrong with the production. Okay, so we don't expect to have a large number of broken parts. Okay, so I say divide 12 divided by 500 is the fraction. What fraction indicates part of broken test tubes? Yes, 12 over 500. If I want to make it harder, if I want to make it tricky, I say what fraction are not broken, because these are broken. So you say, okay, what's not broken? So it's 500 minus 12 divided by 500, which is 488. Am I right? Yes, 488 divided by 500. If I say, so maybe I give you number of broken and then I ask you what is fraction of broken part, not broken part. Okay, so these are not broken. So these are broken and these are not broken. Fraction of not broken. Okay, so sorry. Yeah. Okay, so it depends on the question. So make sure you have to just read the question carefully. So fractions are when you have one quantity and the quantity is divided between equal parts, and then you are using some of those parts. So here I have one shipment, it's 500. I have one class, 35 students are there. And I say 1/4 of people, so means, just for example, if I have 36 people, means 9 of them, because I said 1/4, a quarter. Okay, so fractions have different types, so different type of fractions. If I have top less than bottom, means I am still within one item. It's a proper fraction. For example, I have just one pizza. But if I have top more than bottom, for example, 6/5, means I have one pizza, for example, I divide it between 5 parts, but I am using 6 of those parts. How that's possible? Okay, so I have a pizza, I divide it between, if I can make it very beautiful, for example, okay, 6 parts, 5 parts, and then I go to the second pizza, and so let me see. Yeah, that, and I go to the second and I have another one from there. Okay, so it means complete this and one of these. Okay, it's 6/5. Okay, here I call it improper fraction. Mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is when I change this guy to be, for example, how many 5 I have in 6? You say 1. I have 1, and what is left? 1. Okay, see, look at here. So 1/5. So this is mixed fraction. Then I have a whole number, which is one pizza completely, and from the second pizza I divide it between 6 parts, and I am using one of them. Okay, so here means I have something divided by 6. If I can just show it. Okay, so do that. Sorry about that. So you do this and this and this and this and this. Okay, see, I have 6 parts. For example, I assume I draw it beautifully and I have 6 equal parts. Okay, so I have 6 equal parts here, right? Okay, and then from this, that's complete. Okay, I use it completely. So I have to just make it complete. And then from the second one, I am using another one, just one part, because it's 1/6 means I have one complete, and from the second part, from the second pizza or the second class, or so I have one, so 1/6. Okay, it doesn't make any sense when I talk about my class, for example, but it makes sense for other things. For example, like pizza, I can have more than one. Okay, so now I want to learn how can I change through just these type of fractions. If I can change from improper to improper, of course not. If I can change from improper to mixed, yes, of course. Okay, so I want to change improper to mixed. Okay, improper to mixed. So first I look at my improper one, which is 6/5. Okay, so I want to go from improper. So I divide, and I told you I do not memorize these steps, so I try to really do it and learn. Okay, so I do 6 divided by 5. So I divide 6/5. Okay, you can ask this. You can say how many 5 I have in 6. How many 5 I have in 6? Oh, 1. Okay, 1. What is left? 1. 1/5. Because I have 5 plus 1. Okay, or I can say it is 5 plus 1/5, which is 1/5. Okay, but let's say you have a large number and you don't know how to count, for example. Not because you don't know how to count. I mean, it's hard to say. Here it's easy. I can say I have 6, I have 5 in them. Now, if it's hard, what should I do? Okay, so in this case, I recommend this. Use your calculator and do 6 divided by 5. Your calculator shows you 1.2. Okay, this 1 can be used here, can be used as the complete number, as the whole number. How about 2? Can I say it's 2/5? No, it's 0.2. 0.2 means 2/10. 0.22 means 22/100. So it's base 10. 0.222 is 222 divided by 1000. Okay, so here I can't use that 2. Okay, so I don't use it. So I just use my calculator just to find the whole number. Just to find the whole number. Then how can I do? Okay, so I do this. I do 6 minus 5 times 1. 6 from where? 6 from here. I have 5 from here. And I have 1 from here. Oh, okay. What over that? 5, because I had 5. Okay, the answer is 1 over 5. Done. Okay, so use your calculator. If it's easy, don't use your calculator. So how many 5 I have in 6? How many 5 I have in 7? How many 5 I have in 8? It's easy, I can say. And the rest, what is left? If I have 6, 1 is left. If I have 7, 2 is left. If I have 8, 3 is left. But if I have 11 and I say how many 5 I have, then I have 2 5s, because it's 2 5 times is 10. Okay, so if it's hard that I answer this question, it's easy that I use my calculator. When I use my calculator, I see a decimal number. I can use the number before decimal as my complete number. Okay, the complete number, the whole number. Okay, so let me just change this to green, and then they would be like each other. Okay, then I don't even consider the number after decimal. No. I would say, okay, so 6 minus 5 multiple 1. Okay, how about here? 18 over 5. Can I answer this question? How many 5 I have in 18? Oh, 3 5, because 3 5 is 15. What is left? 3. Let's say I don't know and I want to use my calculator. Okay, so what is 18 over 5? 3.6. Oh, perfect. I can write 3. So I can write 3 here. Okay, that. And then I do 18 minus 5 times 3 divided by 5. Okay, so this is the same as, I'm sorry, this is as that one. Okay, this one as this one, and the green one is here, which I did. Okay, and what is the answer? The answer is 3 over 5. Okay, 3 multiple 5 is 15, plus 3 is 18 over 5. Yes. Okay, so if you can answer this question, how many, using your head, your brain. If not, use your calculator. The number before decimal is helping you to find the whole number. After decimal, 0.6 is just 6 over 10. That's it. This is 6 over 10. I cannot use it here. 6 over 10. I can change it to 3 over 5 and use it. But maybe this doesn't happen. So I don't use the number after decimal. I just find the number. Top of the proper fraction. Mixed fraction has a complete, a whole number and a proper one. Okay? Change this to a mixed fraction. First of all, forget negative. Negative should be out, because negative is the sign. I don't use negative in my calculation. Many times I see a student use negative in their calculation. No, negative is out. Okay, negative. 28 divided by 6. Let's say I don't know how many 6. Here I can say 4 6. But let's say I don't know. So I use my calculator. 28 divided by 6. 28 divided by 6. Okay, so it is minus 4.6 forever. Okay, doesn't matter. I use 4. Okay, so minus 4. Then, what should I say here? 28 minus 4 times 6 minus this times this. 4 times 6. Okay, so which is minus 4, 4 over 6. If I can simplify, I do it. Even from the beginning, I can simplify. Can I simplify? Yes, minus 14 over 3. I do it. Here, let's say I didn't simplify, doesn't matter. I do minus 4, 2 over 3 because I can. If I can simplify from top and bottom, wherever I have a fraction, I do it. 2 and 3. Okay? I can cancel 2 and 2 from top and bottom. Right? How about 58 over 9? Okay, so I do 58 over 9 using my calculator. Okay, so the answer is, let me do it, 58 over 9. The answer is 6.4 forever. I don't care for 4 forever. I don't. 6, I need to find, 9 is here. I need to find top. How do I find top? Okay, 58, which is what I had, minus 6 times 9, because I want to see how many is left. I already shooted 9 out 6 times. So I asked myself, 58, how many 9? 1 9, 2 9, 3 9, 4 9, 5 9, and 6 9s out. So what is left then? 6, 4 over 9. Okay? So you can use your calculator, but before decimal. Before decimal gives you how many whole number you have. Okay? So let me just check here. This and this and this together. If I want to be consistent for the color. So yes. Okay? The same thing. Here you would say this. And what else? Here. And here as well. And this guy and this guy. And this one. Okay? So if I can't say how many, I use my brain. If I can't say how many is left, I use my brain. But if it's hard, I use my calculator, and the calculator gives me the number, whole number. After decimal, I don't use that number, and I just find how many is left. I just use the total minus. So I can, let me see. Here I can just write a formula for you. See, I'm not sure if I have room here. Maybe, yes. So it's A, for example, divided by B. You find the answer C point D, for example, and you don't care for C at all. So you do C, A minus C times B divided by B, and find the answer. A is what you had, top, and then you multiple C and B, and you subtract it from to see how many is left. Okay? So, how about here? 9 over 3. Change it to mixed fraction. Okay, 9 over 3 is 3. Okay, so it's 3 and doesn't make any sense. But when I say use it mixed fraction, you can do 0 over 3 here. And yes, it's acceptable. But it's not really usual. We don't use that. We just say 3, but we can show this way. Okay? How about here? So change to mixed fraction. How many 3 I have in 8? 2. How many is left? So 2 over 3. How can I make sure I did a good job? Okay, 2 times 3 plus 2 is 8 divided by 2. Oh, yes! I didn't do any mistake. Here, how many 2 I have in 7? 3. And what is left? 3, 1 over 2. Here I have to simplify first. So 81 over 25. How many 25 I have? 3. because it's 75, 3. And how many left? I have to do 81 minus 3 times 25 divided by 25, which is 3. I think 6 over 25. Okay, so let me make sure. Yes. Okay, how about that? Minus, is it minus? Yes, minus 49 over 6. First of all, simplify if you can. Can I simplify here? No, one of them is minus 7 times 7, one of them is 6, 2 times 3, I can. See, I cannot here. So, minus 7 times 7 over 2 times 3. I can't simplify anything from top and bottom, so I don't. Okay, how many 6 I have in 49? I use my calculator. 49 divided by 6. Okay, so it is minus 49 divided by 6, which is minus 8.16 forever. I don't even think about 1.16 after decimal. I use this, and then I find how many is left. 49 minus 8 times 6, which is minus 8, 1 over 6. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, let me see. Minus. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And the negative sign, I just keep it beside. So I don't bring it in the calculation. Sometimes I see a student, they use it in the calculation. No. And they say minus 8 multiple 6. So it must be minus minus. It's positive. Here, I mean. No. No. They do, you don't use negative there. Okay. Negative is just the sign of the number. You keep it beside. Okay. How about here? Minus 4 over 2. The answer is just minus 2. That's it. Okay. So I change the color. Minus 2. That's it. So how about 25 over 5? I can simplify. So this is just 5. So I don't need to even show. Here, for example, maybe I say you show this, or here I say you show this, for example. It doesn't make any sense. Let me see. Do I have to show as a mixed fraction? Yeah, like a mixed fraction. Okay. So, but you really don't need. Okay, how many 45? So here I can, but I don't. Okay. So how many 7 I have in 45? Okay, so I know I have 6, 7 in 45. And what is left? Okay, 6 times 7 is 42, 43, 44, 45. 3 is left. 3 over 7. Let's say I don't use my brain. I use my calculator. Doesn't matter. So it is 45. Let me see what's wrong here. Yes. So 45. So it is 45. Yeah. It is 45 divided by 7, which is, I do, okay, 6.42, blah, blah, blah. So I have many digits after. So I don't even think about after decimal. So I just write 6. And what is left? 45 minus 6 times 7 divided by 7, which is 6, 3 over 7. Done. Okay. So I'm not sure how can I, yeah. Okay, so how about here? How about that? 9 over 2. First I have to calculate. Okay, so 9 over 2. I don't know what's wrong with the file here. Yeah, 9/2. How many 2 I have there? 4. What is left? 4 times 2 is 8. 1 is left. Sorry, 1/2. How about the next one? Oh, the next one I have to calculate first. So minus 4 power 3. Okay, so I think it's 64. Yes, so it's minus 64. I see one negative, but in reality I have 3 negatives. When I have 3 negative, it's odd number and it's just negative. Okay, minus 64 divided by 7. How many is left? Okay, what is the answer? 9. And how many is left? So it's 9.14. So I forget that part. So I say minus 9, 64 minus 9 times 7 divided by 7, which is minus 9. 9 times 7, 63. So 1 is 1/7. Okay? Yeah. So, yes. Okay, so 1/7. So again, negative, I just keep it out. If I have operation, I have to calculate. And then I use my calculator to see what is the whole number. And then I use this operation to find what is left. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yes. Okay. How about here? Again, I simplify first. Okay, 16, 2 power 4 over 9. How many 9 I have there? 1. What is left? 9 plus 8. Am I right? 9 plus 8 is 17. Sorry. 9 plus 7, right? So 7 is left. Okay, so 7 over 9. That's it. Okay, so if I have negative, I just keep it beside. If I have operation, I finish it. If I can use my brain, I do it. If not, I can use my calculator. The calculator gives me the number, whole number beside it. Okay, here. Change a mixed number to an improper fraction. A mixed to improper. Okay, so I can show you with a formula. A, B over C. It is A times C plus B. Exactly reverse. Because I divided and I bring out A of C. So I said, how many of that I have there? So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's A. So now I multiple. So if you want to just memorize, which I really don't want you to memorize, I want you to learn. So do practice and understand what's going on. Then you never forget. But you have to do this times this times this, and add with this one. Plus. Done. This is the answer. Okay, so how about here? 3 times 4 plus 3 divided by 4, which is 15/4. 5 times 3 plus 2 divided by 3, which is 17/3. 15 plus 2, 17/3. Okay? So, what you did to make the mixed fraction, now you are doing reverse. You said how many I have. Now I multiple. When I say how many I have, I divide. This means I use my calculator, I divide it. Okay? So how about this one? That's a very good question. And I want to emphasize here, I see this mistake many times, even when I am marking final exam. And I want to emphasize. When I have minus 2, 3/7, tell me which one is correct. Of course, you are not here to tell me. So you just can answer yourself. So some people do it this. Minus 2 times 7 plus 3/7, which is minus 14 plus 3, which is minus 11/7. And some people say minus should be out. 2 times 7 plus 3 over 7, which is 14, which is 17 over 7 minus. Which one is correct? The second one. This is wrong. This is correct. I don't consider negative in my calculation. The first one I considered and I used the negative in my calculation. So I did minus 14 and then added 3. So it's minus 11. That's wrong. I have to keep minus out. That's sign. That's just characteristic of the number. That's just property of the number. I cannot use it in calculation. Okay, so this is a very important thing I want to mention here. Okay, so this one. So how about that? Change the whole number 4 to an improper fraction. That's a whole number 4 to something improper. Okay, what does improper mean? The top is more than bottom. Okay, so what can I say? Proper means the top less than bottom, but here the top more than bottom. Okay, what do you do? Okay, look at that. 4 over 1. It's improper fraction. Top more than bottom. Or I can say 8 over 2. Yeah? What did I do here? I multiply top and bottom with the same number. If I multiply top and bottom with the same number, if I do something to top and bottom the same, I didn't change my fraction. I didn't change my question. So how about that? 12 over, so I multiply by 3. 12 over 3. And how about if I say 16 over 4? All of them the same. All of them are 4. And all of them are improper because top is more than bottom. Okay? So what did I do? The first one I multiplied by 2, top and bottom. The second I multiplied by 3, top and bottom. The fourth, the last one I multiplied top and bottom with 4. And when I do top and bottom, I didn't change my question. Okay? So now change to an improper fraction. Remember, minus out. So minus 3 times 3. How many 3 I have? 3. So 3. So now I multiply. Plus 1. Divided by that. So this times this plus this. Which is minus 10 over 3. Done. Minus out. 4 times 5 plus 2 over 5. Which is 22 over 5. 2 times 8 plus 1 over 8. Which is 17 over 8. Okay? So, good. 5 times 3 plus 2 over 3, which is 17 over 3. Okay? 5 times 3, how many? So 15 plus 2, so 17 over 3. How about this one here? 2 times 2, 4 plus 3, 7 over 2. 7 over 2. So, okay, but when you are doing in quiz, make sure to show me. Okay? Did I show here? Yes, I showed for the others. Okay, so yeah, 2 times 2 plus 3 divided by 2. So it is over 2. So it's 4, so it's 7 over 2. Right? Am I correct here? 2 times 2. Oh, yes. Here, something is wrong here because 3 over 2 is also still is I can continue to do just to have more 2 out. How many 2 I have in 3? I have 1 more. So here this one has to be 3 1 over 2. Okay, this is 3 1 over 2. But we didn't write it in proper way. But doesn't matter. But this is still a mixed fraction. How about the rest? Remember, when I change to mixed fraction, to show you here, when I change to mixed fraction, I want, okay, so okay, I want that part beside to be proper fraction. I mean a mixed fraction is a whole number, and another one is a proper fraction. Means top should be less than bottom. This part I mean. This part. Okay? So if I say that, then I would say this is, for example, this has to change. I have to change it to 3 1 over 2. Okay, but it still doesn't matter. So let's say somebody made mistake, and it's okay. I can go back to improper fraction. How about here? 4 3 over 4. Remember, negative out. 4 times 4, you don't bring 4 times 4 negative in the calculation. You don't say minus 16 plus 3. No, 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 no. 16 plus 3. So it's minus 19 over 4. So you don't say minus 16 plus 3. Okay, you don't calculate that. No, no, minus out. How about this one? How about this? So, okay, I want to change it to, it says change it to mixed then. Change it to an improper fraction. Okay, so improper. So I can do this. Improper, 3 over 1. That's improper. Top more than bottom. Okay, for example. Or I can say 6 over 2. I can multiply top and bottom with the same number, 2, or multiply by 3. So that's improper. Proper, top less than bottom. Improper, top more than bottom. How about this? 2 times 6 plus 2, which is 12 plus 2 is 14 over 2, right? 14 over 2. Let me see if I'm done here, and then, okay, so this and this, I need to, okay, so maybe I can finish these but I already did 37. So here, okay, so I can stop here and then I continue. Okay, so one here for this course, for this topic. Okay, so thank you so much. I continue after.